Yeah, this is P2, and I'm gonna describe and talk about different video game genres. Sorry. The first one's action game. Action games, like video game genres that include physical challenge such as fighting, shooting, running, and they require player to have a quick reaction time. They also they help a player to increase their hands-eye coordination. This action game has got a lot of subgenres that that involve actions such as fighting games, shooter games, or platform games. For example, shooting games. These are the games that require a player to shoot a target and be able to tell opponents. Most opponents are aliens, robots, zombies, or infected animals, and etc. Beat 'em up games. The action games that opponent and the player can both have special powers and beat each other up. And for example, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Double Dragon, or Final Fight. Well, basically, overall action games, they're good game. It's a good genre. It involves fighting, shooting, and you get do a game of action. And I would say it's definitely one of the best action game, or one of the best genre, because it's more exciting, it's more challenging. Uh, it makes you think fast on what you're gonna do next, etc. etc. And it will also help you to improve your hand-eye coordination and your reaction time thinking, and also your strategy. It makes you think like, what should I do the next move? On what should I do next move? What should I do better than what I did last time? And that kind of thing. And move on to the next one. Role-playing games. These are games that involve the players assuming roles and characters that are based on science fiction or fantasies. For example, of role-playing games, World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy. That's like these are online games or games you can get that you get together as a group and they play as a role in trying to act based on science fiction or fantasy, which is fun to some people, and it's overall it's very good game. Oh, another example which is based on reality. For example, people can try and react Star Wars, where people can meet in a park or warehouses and try and react to the scenes from the movie and try and make it turn into fun and as a game. This role play game doesn't sound bad. It's very good. It makes you active and share, but it's a kind of thing that it depends on the person choice and interest. It's definitely no what kind of thing I would do, but if someone else wants to try it, they can try. It's good and fun. Move on to the next one. Adventure games. This is a game genre that involves a player looking out for clues, collecting items, and to complete a quest of the game storyline. The adventure, you have to complete the quest of the game and the storyline. Like adventure games are more like storyline that you have to play to complete to achieve the game. And most adventure games are based on true story, fiction storyline, or films. That's it. For example, Skyrim. Skyrim is a good adventure game, which is kind of based on. I haven't played it, but from experience, what I've been told by people and my friends, it's kind of based on science fiction, which is it's a good game. You get around to play around like something like Jurassic Cell Park, where you can have power and that kind of adventure, expand lots of things, which is fun. Far Cry, I've played it myself. It's a quite good adventure game where um, it starts like you're being kidnapped, so you have to get away from them, and they kill your friend's brother, your brother, and you have to get away from the bad guys when they wanna kill you. So you're gonna have to find a way to get out of the place, which is good adventure. Yeah, but it's a sad adventure as well because you also your friends. Assassin's Creed storyline which have like there are 4 games of Assassin's Creed, first, second, third, and fourth, I think, and all of them it's a storyline, and it's adventure, but it's adventure game which is um, it has action in it, but most of the game is adventure, where you have to it goes by storyline. The first one you start as a young guy training, trying to look for clues, trying to get revenge on the guy. People kill your dad, that kind of stuff. And Batman is also a good game. It's a good adventure game, which is based on the storyline as well, which is also on the film and also storyline. And Red Dead Redemption is also a good adventure game, but like Assassin's Creed, Batman, Skyrim, and Far Cry, they're both adventure games which have a bit of action in them to make it interesting. Which they're both good games, and adventures are good. They're good. It's a good genre. But nowadays, most adventure games have action in them, which makes it more exciting, more fun compared to the old adventure games. And which is it's a good genre. I recommend someone to play them. Um, Strategy games, the games that the player must take time to make decision, and this will have a great impact on the game, and also try not to spoil the game. Well, basically, strategy game is where you have to come up with a plan, on how you're gonna set up the plan, how you're gonna make sure the game goes good without spoiling it. For example, Football Manager. I'm a big football fan, so for me, Football Manager, I'll say, and anyone out there who plays who's a football fan, or is not a football fan but likes football, or is a football player who he idolizes, or a manager, you can try Football Manager because you get to make real life decisions where you buy players, sell players, rest players without you playing. And you can interview the players, you can talk to the players, you can tell them, they can tell you if they don't like it, what they don't like, what they don't like, and you can also have a sit down with them, like tell them what they should do, what they shouldn't do, that kind of stuff. And chess, this is a classic strategy game where you have to think before you play, before you make each move. It's a classic example of strategy game. This game you improve your thinking skill, and also reaction reaction time as well. Last one, Call of Duty. I would say it's a strategy game because you have to come with a strategy and how you're gonna kill somebody when you play online. I know that sounds harsh. When you play when you play some online or you play with your friends, you have to come up with a strategy on how you kill them, like attack them from behind, that kind of thing. So overall, strategy games are good because they help to improve your skills on thinking skills. I'll say um, coordinations a little bit because you're gonna have to be fast on moving. You're gonna have to think fast, and your reactions gonna improve as well. So strategy games are good. I recommend them. Uh, Puzzle games. Puzzle games are usually the kind of games that you have to figure out and memorize the pattern, or and solve the puzzle. A puzzle games basically is like you're gonna have to come up. You trying to like figure out or memorize a way to finish the game, and how to close to make everything together. Puzzle games are good because they help the player to improve uh, thinking and problem solving and strategy skill. They can help you to improve a lot. For example, if there's a word puzzle, there's game puzzle, all that kind of stuff. It's all mixed up. So all you have to do is make sure you mix it all together and everything comes together. It's a good game, but it's also a very good game for your brain. Helps you train your brain to keep you sharp and active. Next genre, platform. These are the kind of games that involves the player running and jumping into platforms, stairs, floor, etc. This is a classic games for boys who at the early age when I was like 5, 6. I used to play like Mario Bros, where you run, you jump, you jump on, you jump, make sure the fireballs don't catch you, the tiles don't, they don't catch you, so you die. And you jump from the flower that opens, like, it can eat you. And they're a very good game and active. Plus, it's a good genre. Recommend. Simulation. Basically, it's like the simulations kind of games that they're trying to copy or trying to bring the real world situation to the game and try to make it more physical, have real events, and make the game more realistic. For example, Sims, they're trying to create every moment in real life, how you go out to the mates, have fun, relax, socialize, which is a very good game. But sometimes it's a good genre, but sometimes they can try to overdo it, which is good. It's a good genre. Sport games. This is good because sport games, recreating things that do happen in sports, real sports, and activities that trying to basically sport games that that do recreate the moment that happens in real sports. For example, there's football games. There's different football games. There's FIFA. There is a Football Manager. There is Pro Evolution Soccer. They all that trying to recreate what happens in the real game. And there's basketball games, athletic games, which mixes all the Olympic games together, where you can come back and recreate your own moments, or trying to do better than what your favorite idol done, and that kind of stuff, which is very good. The stealth shooter games. It's a game genre that allows a player to be undetected by hiding or disguised by hiding behind the walls, building, so you can make sure it's not seen by the other players. For example, and this has changed a lot because a lot of action games these days and other genres, they're trying to out stealth motion in the game, which it makes the game more interesting, where the player can hide and make sure it's not seen by the enemy. For example, this game, the games action games have stealth in them. Batman, Metal Gear, and Modern Warfare. These kind of games that do have stealth in them, stealth motion, which is good. Where you get to hide from the enemies, and then you can come when they come next to you. You can counter attack, beat them, or stab them, or kill them. That kind of thing. It's very good. Combat games is kind of like fight 1-on-1 against you and the opponent, or you against your friend. It's a kind of game that you don't need no tools, no nothing. It's just one on fist. For example, EA Fight Night. It's a boxing game. It's a combat game. You can just fight 1-on-1 fight, which is very interesting and very good. Um, fast personal shooter. It's a game which the player sees action screen with on the eyes on the main player. The game requires player to use a gun such as a rifle, shooter, or pistol. Basically, it's a fast player shooter. It's a game genre that a player can only see on screen a gun that shoots around, moves around. You cannot see your player until he's killed or is on the mission. After it comes out, you get to the main point. It comes over the skits, you meet all together, and then you get to talk. This la la la. For example, good game is the PlayStation Xbox game that's called the first person shooters. I would say Call of Duty. While you're playing, you don't see your player. You just see him holding a gun, pulling a gun, you're running with him, and you can only see him either when he's dead or when he's talking to another player or when you're playing a mission, and then you can see him you can see him. Those are the only times you can see him. And we got more coming up.